the adventure of a lifetime, the summer of their dreams, the dog of their nightmares. Hey everyone, it's Movie Lover 120 here, and I'm here with a brand new movie review, and this movie review is going to be for a 90s baseball comedy film, well technically baseball themed comedy film. Not about a baseball team per se, but a gang of kids who love baseball, a film from the 90s, and that is none other than obviously 1993's The Sandlot, aka the first review to start off summer vacation. Yeah, and you're gonna find out why, but first let's explain the plot. Well, Sky Smalls moves to a new neighborhood with his mother and stepfather and wants to learn to play baseball. Benny Rodriguez, the neighborhood baseball guru, takes him under his wing and he soon becomes part of the local baseball buddies. They fall into adventures involving baseball, treehouse sleepovers, to the beautiful lifeguard at the local pool, the snooty rival Little League team, and the traveling fair with tobacco. Beyond the fence, at the back of the Sandlot, menaces a legendary ball-eating dog called the Beast, and the kids inevitably must deal with him. So, as you all know, The Sandlot, in some countries known as The Sandlot Kids, is a 1993 American coming-of-age sports comedy film that was directed by David Mickey Evans, and it's pretty much about these young baseball players during the summer of 1962. It's set in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles, CA, and it was filmed in Midvale, Salt Lake City, and Oakland, Utah. When it was released in 1993, it grossed over $34 million worldwide and has since become a cult film. When it comes to my reaction, The Sandlot would easily have to be the #1 best baseball movie of all time in my opinion. Yes, I know it's not exactly a 100% baseball film, but it is part of the plot. Not only that, but it's also the #1 best film set during summer vacation to me as well. The Sandlot, this has to be one of, if not the best kids movie ever made, because this is one of the very few movies that's equally entertaining whether you're a kid or an adult, and simply because the movie relates to situations that everyone has at some time in their life. Problems making friends, and accidentally getting yourself in a big trouble situation. For me, everything about this movie rings true. No, it's not a great theatrical masterpiece or a stunning and thought-provoking commentary, so if you're looking at that, just don't watch this then. What it is, it's just simply a glimpse of our country and our world in a time before the political correctness bullshit, reality TV, and our fast food way of life. A time when all a kid needed for fun was a group of friends, a ball, and a space to play in. Just every movie seems to have a chase scene, and this movie is no different. When Hercules, aka the Beast, chases Benny through town, like I almost constantly am so choked up on laughter every time I see that part. Like you get caught up in that moment with these guys and their overactive imaginations. And the contraptions they make in their attempts to retrieve the ball are genius. When that ball gets lost in the fence and the Beast catches it, and it goes to show that the kids are a lot smarter than adults give them credit for. And their perspective of that dog just basically killing it. I thought it was on the money, because when you're a kid, everything looks about 50 times bigger. Even a dog gets his own point of view. I mean, come on, that's kind of pure genius. There's even this funny little story about, urban legend story about that dog having ate this kid or something, or exploding from Pop Rocks and even drinking soda, etc. Seriously, this whole story just begins with a kid named Sot Smalls, a newcomer to town in the Southwest. He doesn't have any idea what he's doing, and he makes a complete idiot out of himself without any help. Is at the point that and then he comes across that baseball player, Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez. Sky is then invited to go to Sandlot. play with some of the other boys, and he makes friends. That's kind of the whole point of the story. Of course, like, his first game is nothing to really write home about. The boys obviously at first make fun of him and razz him to where he doesn't know if he wants to play anymore, and by his second game, he's ready to go. As time wears on, the boys even become friends, and they even start having fun, like... But then, of course, they even come across this rival neighborhood team that invades the Sandlot and taunts the boys, exchanging insults at the drop of a hat, like... Especially if this, you play ball like a girl! Just back in the day, an insult like that was a serious insult because nobody believed that girls could play baseball. Following that heated exchange, the boys would go to the rival team's field and make sport of them without even trying. And then the boys then go to a carnival where they make the biggest mistake ever, and that's take chewing tobacco before they go on this really fast ride where they quickly lose the contents of their stomachs and they vomit on the other riders. And they would go on to get pretty much go on to regret that whole decision. And that's not the only trouble they get in. Let's also not forget the infamous scene with Squints and the lifeguard. So, as you all know how this scene goes, for those who've seen the movie, Squints is attracted to this older chick in town named Wendy, I think. She also happens to be working as a lifeguard at the pool they visit around sometime in the film. And he finally decides to get her attention by pretending to drown. And as the time Wendy pulls him out of the pool, does CPR, lip-to-lip CPR him to see if he's alive. We all know he's obviously fake here, and his response... And after he does that signature smile, he goes back to sleep, kisses... Man, and her reaction is just probably says, "Little pepper!" Oh man, he's a deep shit. And the narration to the scene is even great. Like, Michael Squints Paradis walked a little taller that day. We had to tip our hats to him. He was lucky Shannon beat the crap out of him. We wouldn't have blamed her. What he did was sneaky, rotten, and low, and cool. Not another one of us would have ever in a million years, even for $1 million, had the guts to put the move on the lifeguard. He did. He had kissed the woman, and he had kissed her long and good. We got banned from the pool forever that day. But every time we walked by after that, the lifeguard looked down from her tower, right over at Squints and smiled. From that pool scene, which always cracks me up, as we see, like, Squints engineering his scheme to get Wendy's lips to his, and, like... Now, apparently, ironically, apparently it's hinted she secretly actually liked what he did, because in the narration, apparently mentions that the two even got married and had 9 kids. Or how about this moment? Hey, you want a s'more? Some more of what? No, do you want a s'more? I haven't had anything yet. So how can I have some more of nothing? You're killing me, Smalls. These are s'more stuff, okay? Pay attention. First, you take the graham, you stick the chocolate to the graham, then you roast the marshmallow. When the marshmallow's flaming, you stick it on the chocolate. Then you cover it with the other end. Then you scarf. Kind of messy, but good. Try some. Baseball fans and kids have always loved to watch this movie ever since it came out. Like, it's been known everywhere by a lot of them. It's not just meant for kids or baseball fans, so it's a great movie for everybody because of the messages it was sending us to stand up to our fear. And the kids in the movie all stood up to their fear of the beast in order to retrieve their lost autographed baseball from over the fence. They used teamwork and perseverance to get an opportunity to get the ball, only to come up short of getting the ball, and teamwork was even used by the boys in order to get the lost autographed ball and to avoid getting attacked by the beast. When they lost their final baseball over the fence, they got together to start building contraptions. They stayed on one side of the fence to be safe. The beast was inside of the ball, and they slowly tried to get the ball back. All the boys worked together as a team in order to accomplish their goal. I even like all the Sandlot kids in this movie. They have such good chemistry, and I really like the fact that they all even look like ordinary kids. They're not some people from a damn CW, but the kind of people you pass by and see every day, which really gave the film a relatable feel to it. They look like the kind of friends that they're not the kind of people that are popular in school, nor are each of them likely destined to be baseball stars in the future, but it didn't matter, nor did they care. They just care about having fun and being together, which is the basis of every sport. And then, of course, there's a third... Yeah. So the third half kind of revolves around getting the lost Babe Ruth ball from the B-side. It's technically Scott Smalls' stepfather's new baseball that he doesn't want to have touched, and he has to get it back before he kind of gets home. And also, I did not forget this. The owner, Merlin. very good character despite only really appearing in the end, especially a great little cameo performance on Darth Vader himself, James Earl Jones. Even like, yeah, like even though he only has like one scene in the movie, like he still gives a pretty good performance. It's still a pretty good character because he's actually revealed not to be this grouch, and actually it kind of turns out they could have just went to him from the beginning to get this new ball because like, yeah, he's also the owner of the dog, the Beast, and the film I also feel is somewhat of a tribute to both Babe Ruth and the sports baseball. Babe Ruth is constantly mentioned as someone. Of course, there's the ball itself, and even a little funny like nickname as Scott Smalls doesn't know who Babe Ruth is. So first he thinks his name's Baby Ruth, but since technically and thinks Babe Ruth was a chick, or because like he has the word babe on it, but and when they correct him on that name's funny as well. And also a period of places, it takes place in the 60s, which makes perfect sense since that was the time the game was still young and growing. And the fact that these are just ordinary kids playing the game without applications to major teams really shows the roots to where baseball originated before it became a major business. It's simply just an ordinary game for people to enjoy anytime they want, and it still is. I don't think I can even think of some bad qualities with this film, as I just enjoy the movie from start to finish. The Sandlot is a perfect summer tradition movie. Sandlot is just a great movie for people of all ages. This movie showed great perseverance, and that teamwork will help you accomplish a goal. For those who have not seen this movie, I would definitely recommend this movie to everybody that has or even has not seen it, because it's a perfect way to start off your summer vacation. If you need the perfect movie to start off the summer for you, this is the movie I would go with. But anyway, that's it for my review of The Sandlot. If you're wondering how I'm going to rank The Sandlot, here's how I'm going to rank this movie. So overall, if you want to start your summer break off with a perfect sports and friendship film, then easily give this movie a watch and then buy it add to your collection. And if you're wondering how I'm going to rank The Sandlot, I'm going to give The Sandlot a 10 out of 10. There we go. So guys, I also plan to review Independence Day this week, and I do plan to check out Rise of Gru this week, because that's also coming out to finish off the Despicable Me review series and do the franchise ranking for the Despicable Me franchise. And I also plan to review Independence Day as well, because I know 4th of July is coming up, and I'm going to review that for the 4th of July special on this channel, since Independence Day is a 4th of July movie. But yeah, so stay tuned for those, and until then, that'll be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. I know I accidentally called myself Movie Lover 20 again at the beginning of the video, but it's kind of hard getting used to the new name change. But don't forget to subscribe to Don G. Corleone or Movie Lover 120 as you want to call me.